1 of our two-part show. As remember, after this match, folks, we're going to actually go and we're going to go back for Throwback Thursday. Like only we can, so there. As we have a classic six-man tag team as Slenderman, the individual who wants the new crown of the Horror King, teaming up with the Hellhounds, Hellboy and Spawn, to team up against the original Bad Boys of Horror, are very popular and fan-friendly and fan favorites. The new Badass champions since our last show, and also the returning Horror Connection. So that's Freddy, Jason, Myers, the Horror Connection. And this should be pretty epic, folks. And remember, right after this, if you guys like this stuff, you think this is something, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna go and we're gonna change everything over, and we're gonna go to do Throwback Thursday Classics Edition. And we're going to the ECW Arena to take a look at some of the greatest superstars to ever grace pro wrestling. And if you guys don't know much about ECW, well, that's why I'm here, to educate you on classic wrestling, as you're gonna see some of that. So anyway, let's get ready for this main event of this part anyway, here at the lovely Firefly Funhouse, as the Horror Connection get ready to make their ways to the ring. The lights are out, folks. This should be something. And here they come, folks. The newly crowned Badass Tag Team Champions, as they have won those in their return to wrestling. Since in case you guys don't remember, Beavis and Butthead were the Badass Tag Champions until Butthead decided not to show up. He missed the show and he said, I'm not showing up there. What do I need to show up for? So we told him, you don't have to show up. So Beavis, who was here, we told him to go back and tell Butthead just to stay at home on the couch and watch real people, compete who want to be competing. So that's how that happened. So we fired them both instantly, stripped them of their titles, and the individuals who were going to challenge for the titles, the High Voltage, Farley and Spade, they still got their opportunity, but the returning Horror Connection, who would have been in line for the rematch, except Jason was out with an injury. Yeah, don't ask me how you injured Jason Voorhees, but somehow Jason ended up getting injured somehow. Don't ask. But anyway, folks, we're going to get ready for this exciting six-man action, which is going to be a brawl, folks. I'm not even going to lie to you. This is not going to be for the faint of heart. This is going to be a straight-up brawl, as the Horror Connection greets their fans as we're getting ready for the new so-called Crown Prince of Horror, Slenderman, who has taken liberties with Freddy Krueger, saying that he is old news. And all three of these guys are washed up. And the lights go out again.
And their opponents.
Oh, here we go.
From the other side of darkness, weighing in at 215 pounds, Ethan the Kid.
Okay, Slenderman coming to the ring. All sinister that he is. He had a lot to say, folks, leading up into this match. He's been talking a lot of smack about how he is the new Crown King of Horror, that everyone should be afraid of him and him alone, that people like Freddy, Jason, and Mike Myers are all washed up has-beens that couldn't light a candle to the fear that is instilled by Slenderman. And, of course, that's going to get a reaction from the original Horror Connection. And, of course, tonight he's enlisted the help of two other dudes from Hell, unfortunately, the newly turned heel group, who have turned their backs on the fans, turned their backs on the good, fighting for the good, and they just want to, take for themselves, which, you know what, whatever. Sometimes in life you got to do things for you. But Hellboy, Spawn, Fallen Angels in general, indeed, as they have joined the dark side, I guess you'd say, and they've agreed to team with Slenderman here tonight. And of course, I'm sure that couldn't have anything to do with the fact that, you know, the Hellhounds would like to have the tag title, the Badass tag titles, which the Horror Connection currently has. Or maybe they feel you know, some kind of way since, you know, the Horror Connection just came back and that they are automatically getting a title shot, rather, you know, the Hellhounds have been around and gotten some matches and they felt maybe they should have got the title shots. As we're getting ready for Hellboy and Ghost Rider. For you folks who get motion sickness, watch out, because they're coming. And it does take a little while to get up from hell, in case you guys were wondering. It's not like it's right next door or anything. And of course, we're waiting. Well, here we go. And of course, there they are, folks. The Hellhounds themselves.
And his partners, at a combined weight of 549 pounds, Homeboy, the Anomaly, and Dad, Disciples of the Apocalypse.
All right, folks, here we go. As Hellboy and Spawn have risen from hell to team with Slenderman. I guess if you guys doubted before that they have turned for the worst, there's your proof, I guess. As look at the size of these guys. Now that Hellboy is standing upright, he's a huge dude. Spawn's no shorty either. Of course, if they want to match with the Horror Connection, I'm sure they're not small guys either, with the exception of course, their brains behind the operation, Kruger, who is kind of more set, usually helping them out, and he's ready to get in his singles competition. But don't count him out. He is a very accomplished tag team wrestler himself, as Freddy Krueger, as you will, I'm sure, see. As the Hellhounds celebrating here, raising hell in the Firefly Funhouse. Where else would they raise hell? As Slenderman, talk about disrespect, doing it right in front of the Horror Connection. Not caring at all about the fact that three of the most dangerous dangerous entities in film history are right out front, and they don't care. And I think we're getting ready, folks. This is going to be something. Hellboy's a big boy, honey. I got to tell you, he's a big boy. Of course, Jason's also a big boy. Mike Myers is no shorty either, like I said. All right, folks. Introductions are here. We're all in the ring. Let's get this on. Main event of this part of part one, as the six-man tag team contest is underway, and this referee wishes he was anywhere but in the ring. As Kruger starts off with a nice arm lock on Slenderman. Side headlock by Kruger. Off the ring, up. Uh-oh. Kruger now forces Slenderman into the corner. Referee trying to break the two apart. Brave man that he is. And now Kruger dragging Slenderman to the other side of the ring. Snap near takedown. Slenderman right up. Right hand. Down goes Slenderman again. Kruger drops the leg across the neck of the white-faced, paled entity known as Slenderman. And in case you were wondering, it's not like Kruger is not one for shy of words either. So, you know, of course, when Kruger and the guys have heard about all the things that Slenderman and everyone else was saying, so Freddie, being the only one really that likes to be the one of the gift of the gab who likes to talk, he had no problem with it. He was no short of words for Slenderman. His exact words is, how scary can it be when you name your scariest thing after a food? Being creepy pasta, because he said pasta is so scary. He said, actually what Kruger said was the only thing scary about pasta is the amount of carbs that are in your diet. And he says if that's really what scares people today, then they don't have a chance in hell against the Horror Connection. As Michael Myers takes Spawn, who's in the ring now. Snap nail, right hand, another right hand by the King of Halloween. There's a kick right there by Spawn. Myers kicked and an elbow to the gut. Spawn takes him in, a nice splash in the corner. Down goes Myers. Myers gets helped up now by Spawn. That was probably a mistake. You probably don't want to help Michael Myers up once he's down. And then a nice relay of kicks right there by Spawn. And Spawn now, he's measuring Myers. Oh, what a kick by Spawn. There's the Hell Fury kick right there. That is a 2 count only, ladies and gentlemen. As Myers lights up Spawn and fights right back. Because, I mean, like I said, the Horror Connection, not individuals who... Horror Connection are not individuals who are... And up, double back body drop by the Horror Connection, showing that tag team prowess that they have. Sorry, folks. Bear with me. There we go. Sorry, folks. Just had to get some words. We just got word from the FCCA, who are worried that we're having 6 of the most terrifying people they've ever seen on internet, and I told them that, hey, you apparently haven't watched our show long enough to realize who we have on our roster. So, as Kruger, back to the action, has dropped Spawn with a nice clothesline, and Spawn fires back with a nice kick, and Kruger gets his shoulder up. We're yet to see Hellboy in this thing, as Spawn's staring a hole through Freddy Krueger. And now we see the bad boy from hell. He just got done with... Oh, no. Hellboy just got done with his world tour promoting his latest film. Spawn himself is going to be doing that eventually soon, as he's another one that's going to be promoting his film. Slenderman last year had to do so. Oh my, look at that. 2 count only. Hellboy finding out that the Horror Connection know what they're doing. They're not new to this. And that they're just as tough as they were when they started, back when these guys were just dreaming of being Hellions. Slenderman trying to take down Voorhees to no effect, and there's a nice German suplex by the Crown Prince of Insane One that hails from Camp Crystal Lake. Slenderman again trying to take him down with a clothesline. Now he gets him down. I think that was the first time that Slenderman took him down with a clothesline. It's not an easy feat. As Jason Voorhees now trying to get up. But he's up, unfortunately, for Slenderman, who gets taken out to the outside with a clothesline. Now, here's a question for you people. Granted, JBL's not here, and we're getting ready for our next fall anyway, but when Jason or Freddy or any of these guys hit them with a clothesline, shouldn't it technically be called a clothesline from hell? Anyway, point of question for folks. As Slenderman is now taking it to Voorhees, who is outside the ring. And we're up to 6. Voorhees sent over and over into the ramp, into the apron. And now he's thrown into the ring by Slenderman, who again wants to beat him inside the ring. Oh, there's the tag. That was a mistake and a half. As Kruger's now misses the clothesline. Slenderman showing some speed. Uh-oh. And Kruger dropped rib first across the knee of the new King of Horror, as he likes to call himself. And what is this? Oh, no. Apparently, Slenderman is a fan of one Bray Wyatt, as he is tributing him. Maybe it's for thanking him for letting us use his arena for today. Uh-oh. And Slenderman is the kiss of death right there by the Slender One. That's a 2 count, though, folks. That move right there could probably put away a lot of guys, but Kruger gets the shoulder up because he's not a guy. He is Kruger. And now there's an elbow to the face as Kruger knows to get out of that corner. Again, he's not new to the whole tag team genre. And there comes Michael Myers in. Oh, boy. And Myers sent airborne into Slenderman. How about that, folks? You know what's even scarier than Michael Myers on the ground? A flying Michael Myers at you. As Myers now fights off the Hellboy and takes him down with a DDT just as quick, and now he's stalking Hellboy. What else is new? And now Myers has got Hellboy up. Tombstone. That could be the end of it. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I just got word from Michael Myers' agent here. He wanted me to remind people that is the Judith Myers tombstone, ladies and gentlemen. As Myers taking time to get some admiration and feeling that he is this and that they have this one in the books, as he poses, and now Hellboy surprises him with a European uppercut. Myers could care less and sends him to the outside, and now brings him back inside the ring. And Hellboy now, uh-oh. This can't be good. Oh, Hellboy just got the last ride from hell in general by Myers. And Myers now sent to the outside by Hellboy, who now brings him in the really, really hard way. Nice standing suplex to the inside. Oh, that was a mistake by Hellboy, allowing him to make the tag to the larger, I don't know about more dangerous Jason Voorhees, but Jason now with a hell of a choke slam right there for Hellboy. Probably trying to send him right back to where he came from. And he goes for the pin, and that's going to be a 3 as Freddy Krueger takes down Slenderman, who tried getting involved. Spawn wisely knew not to bother. Well, maybe he was afraid. I don't know. But I can tell you right here, look at this. When you see some of this, look at this. Spawn misses a kick right there. That would have been a mistake. There's a spine buster, and this is teamwork by the Horror Connection. The spine buster and the frog splash combination. Of course, that wouldn't be the case if that's them, so. What a maneuver there by the Hells. And his Slenderman's answer to Freddy Krueger. This is what he brought to him. I'm sure none of these rivalries are far from over, folks.
The Nightmare, Terror, Freakzilla, the Hardcore Icon. The Hardcore Icon, Bad Boy, Jason V, and Michael Myers.
And they win again, ladies and gentlemen. The Horror Connection still have what they had years before as the current Badass Champions, and who knows, maybe a future Badass Champion in the making. All right, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the first part. You got to love the second half if you're pure wrestling fanatics. Stick around. I am Jazz Vengeance. May all your dreams come true. Stick around.